Hello, everyone. This is Neo Reality Entertainment. I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on the latest report on Inquisitor and Sean's View Entertainment. I have the sources of Inquisitor in the link description below. There are rumors and sayings that Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger are most likely going to leave WWE soon in the near future. Reportedly, they have been unhappy with the way they're being booked. Jack Swagger is getting barely booked. He was on TV a few weeks ago and lost. Dolph Ziggler has been mostly on the losing end of everything. He recently lost to Kevin Owens, and his recent storyline with Lana, which I gotta be honest, is the most forced storyline I've ever seen in recent memory. Oh god, I can't take Lana and Ziggler seriously. The chemistry isn't there, and it just feels so forced and awkward. But moving on from that, yeah, it's been said that they might be leaving WWE very soon. They're unhappy. Their place in the cards not being right, and honestly, I don't blame them. The way they've been booked, at this point, they're one time at the highest of the high. Swagger and Ziggler were world champions at one point, and then suddenly they're plummeting down the card. Ziggler, because he made some comments that apparently offended WWE, though when I look at it, I keep thinking, oh, this is just for the authority storyline. They could have done that. They could have tricked everyone into saying, oh, this is just for the authority storyline. Ziggler's in character. And put Randy Orton versus Ziggler at a pay-per-view. That would have been interesting to see. Swagger, he was set to win the world title at WrestleMania 29, basically become a major player again, but recent events that had happened before WrestleMania ruined that opportunity, and now that joke has constantly become Swagger's Achilles heel pretty much. But I also see that this is an example as this is what happens when you don't have multiple stars operating the company right. They always over rely on one star whose name I will not mention because if I do, I'm going to be very pissed off about mentioning him. But they have become so dependent on him, they forgot all these other guys, and they just now start doing it, and now these guys are leaving. They have Rollins, who had been booked very poorly up until now. They're finally saying, hey, let's treat this guy seriously. Let's let him win clean matches. Then there's Roman Reigns, who's going to feud with Bray Wyatt. There's Bray Wyatt, who's feuding with Roman Reigns, and is finally doing something after several weeks of inactivity due to not knowing what to do with him, which I explained in another video. Dean Ambrose, he's possibly going to feud with Kane. So they have four new stars they're trying to push, but they could have not had this crisis if they had just pushed these other guys to begin with prior to Rollins, Ambrose, Reigns, and Wyatt. Like, Cesaro, he's unhappy. As everyone knows, he's really mad at Vince after Vince's comments, which I say could be a storyline. Like maybe Cesaro might be the next to leave after this. Like after he's been booked the way he was, he was on a run with the tag team titles, and they decided to give it to the New Day, and now the New Day are no longer champions, and Tyson Kidd got injured. It sucks for that. Like all these wrestlers getting hurt, but Swagger and Ziggler, in my honest opinion, are talented individuals, and considering how they're booked, yeah, they're most likely going to be leaving. I mean, it's not like WWE actually gives a care since they have that mentality of, oh, we're the largest wrestling company in the world. No one can compete with us. We'll just buy them out. And that's the problem with competition now because they don't have that. They won't lock in these guys. They won't push these guys. They have no motivation to even try. So if Ziggler and Swagger are to leave, which is most likely, they might either go to Swagger. I think he could do well in the Indies here in America. Ziggler, I think he could do well in Japan. They're more about wrestling than they are sports entertainment, and Ziggler always called himself a wrestler. The one word Vince hates, which to this day I'm still trying to wonder why he hates that, even though he's in the wrestling business. as much as he likes to say sports entertainment. But Swagger, I think he might do well in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He might do well in Ring of Honor. Not sure if he'll go to TNA, since TNA is set to lose their TV deal in September. So TNA's future is unknown at that. But like other than that, there's what else is left for Ziggler and Swagger in WWE? They're unhappy. They're not getting booked the way they should be. Fans, despite them wanting to see these guys in action, Ziggler mostly, WWE for whatever reason says no, we're not doing that. For like, it sucks pretty much. It's the product's gonna get damaged since one of their most selling wrestlers, Ziggler, is gonna leave, and one that could have had a booked a dream match with Kurt Angle is set to leave, and probably go to TNA most likely. Like that would be It would be interesting to see Swagger versus Kurt Angle finally, but moving on from that, but like Swagger and Ziggler being set to leave is just gonna cause some damage to the WWE main roster and really hurt the morale even further. Like it's already been damaged enough already. Where WWE's reluctant to have multiple guys, or even pay attention to these other guys. Like, oh, these guys are on the side. Let's just ignore them. Focuses on these select few, even though we only rely on one superstar, and these other guys are in the mid card section. But the rest of these guys, they're chopped liver. We can replace them. WWE, in my opinion, you screwed up again. You screwed up, and now you're going to lose two talented performers, and another company is going to go ahead, look at them, and say, we can make something with them. And especially them being former WWE superstars, like, that would get, like, that makes them a very hot property, in my opinion. That's how I think that goes on in the Indies. If someone left WWE, they're immediately a hot property, considering that they have this untapped talent. They've seen them on national TV. It could get them easier tickets to sell at indie shows, because people might want to see these guys wrestle, especially Dolph Ziggler. Like, any company is going to get Dolph Ziggler. I'm not sure about Swagger, but I am 100% certain that Ziggler is going to get a lot of calls in the near future. With New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, TNA, they're going to offer him a lot. Maybe Lucha Underground even, if they get a second season. Like, these promotions, they got all these deals. They got all this opportunity. They'll give Ziggler what he wants. Ziggler will be able to perform like he can. So, yeah, like I said, WWE screwed up big time with this. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.